Hey friends, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am going to be showing you how to make this very simple little note pad using the product of the week that I have chosen this week, which is the Blended Seasons Bundle. So I talked about this last week in one of my projects. So I wanted to choose this as the product of the week because it's an absolutely fabulous bundle that you can get now. You can get it through the rest of the month of August, or it's while supplies last, and it's a wonderful stamp set along with these framelits. So what I did is I used the largest framelit and I cut it out using our watercolor paper on both sides just to give it a little bit sturdier of a base. And then I just went through and just used the same size and die cut out printer paper. So you can make it as thick as you want. I think I did about 25 sheets. That was just to make the sample, but again, you know, if you want this thicker, you can make it thicker, but it's just a great little gift that you can give to teachers. That school is starting up here very soon. My son actually went to school today for the first day, and my daughter goes later this week. So what a really nice little gift that you can give to teachers, to friends. You know, you can put it in your purse. So let me show you the items that you're going to need to make this. So again, I am using the Blended Seasons bundle. So that is the stamp set along with the stitched season framelits. Part of the suite is the watercolor pencils. So this is the watercolor pencils assortment too. So you'll need to get this. For the ink pads, I am using Highland Heather and Gray Granite. And I'm also using the Brushwork Alphabet stamp set. That's what I used to stamp the word notes. To make this really easy for the stamping, I'm going to be using the Stamparatus. And then finally, to tie off the little notepad, I am using the brand new textured weave ribbon in Gray Granite. Okay, so let's get started. I've done quite a bit of the prep work for us. So here what I've done is I have just gone and gotten some printer paper, and like I said, I used the largest die cut. There's 3 different sizes, so just cut this through, and to let you know, I actually put 2 sheets together and I folded it in half. So you can actually cut through 4 pieces of paper at once with the printer paper. Then what I've done is I've taken our watercolor paper, so that's another item that you will need, and I have cut this out twice. So you can get a front and a back out of 1 sheet of watercolor paper. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our stamping, get that out of the way. And this project comes together really, really quickly. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and place this on my Stamparatus, and I just have cut down a piece of grid paper just to give me, just to make it a little bit easier to line up. And so I'm just gonna put this right here. Now I'm only going to stamp on the front. If you want to, you can stamp on the back side of it to give it a finished look, but I just thought for really to make this easy, I'm just stamping on the front. Okay, and then I will put the stamp right about here. So it's going to be off the die cut. I'm not going to be stamping the whole thing on there. So I will pick that up with my Stamparatus. I'm going to put one of these stamp cases right here, and I'm going to go ahead and ink up this whole stamp in Highland Heather. All right. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Don't want to mess up. I got this all lined up perfectly. Okay, and I did it upside down. So let's see here. Okay, so we are going to have this on the back. Let me turn the stamp around. I should have checked that. So I will show you how you can have a back too with the picture. That's too funny. Okay, let's see here. Let me try this again. Okay, so let's see. Let me just double check. Okay. Yep, that's the right way to do it. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. I'm going to have a little bit more showing. We'll just kind of... Okay, so let's see how this goes. So again, inking this up in Highland Heather. Perfect. Stamp the notes. Again, I'm going to check to make sure that I need to reposition this. So let's see here. Go ahead and take this off so I don't need that anymore. Okay, I think that looks good. So let me just kind of line this up. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so let's go ahead and ink that up in gray granite. Clean this up just in case. Don't want to get ink on there. And then obviously with the Stamparatus, if we need to stamp this again, we can, and it's going to get perfect alignment. So I'm just going to ink just the top part of those letters. Okay, whoops, let me get that O again. Just try that. There we go, perfect. Okay, so we can go ahead and move this and we can start watercoloring. And I did forget to mention that you will also need your aqua painter. That's another one of the supplies. So the two colors that I have chosen are Gorgeous Grape and Garden Green. And I'm doing this really, really simple. I'm just gonna come in and just lightly color in the stem and the leaves. And then I'm going to come in, do the watercoloring, and then come back with the flowers. So I've got my aqua painter. The barrel is filled up with water. Just unscrew it and fill it up with tap water. Squeeze until you see clear water running from the tip. And then just gently, I like to make small circles and just blend out the color. Okay, and then just on your paper towel, just squeeze out more water and just rub the brush tip on the paper towel until it's clear. And now what I'm going to come in and do is just use the Gorgeous Grape and then just color in the flowers. And I'm keeping this really simple. I'm just doing these two colors. I'm not coming in with yellow for the center of the flowers, just coloring them in super easy. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like once I've finished coloring. Once it dries, if you want to add more color to it, if you feel like you want to make it bolder in the center and really give it a lot of shadow, a lot more dimension, you can definitely do that. I just wanted to keep this pretty simple just because this is, you know, supposed to be a fun, easy gift to do. All right, so for the back side, I'm not going to color it. I'm just going to leave it blank. And, you know, and you can even just leave it blank if you didn't want to take the time to watercolor that. So the next thing we need to do is let's go ahead and grab our little paper inserts. And we are just going to make sure everything lines up perfectly. Now, I did use my Crop-A-Dile to punch the hole just because with the Crop-A-Dile, you can actually punch everything at once. If you don't have a Crop-A-Dile, you can use our 1/8 inch handheld punch. You will have to do it, you know, with the printer paper, you could probably do quite a few at the same time. But with the watercolor paper, you'll want to just do one at a time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed the gray granite texture weave ribbon through the hole, and then I am just going to tie it off with a square knot, and then we will be all done. Go ahead and cut this at a sharper edge. There we go. Off some ribbon there, and then you'll just want to make sure that your ribbon is straight, and then like I said, you'll just tie a simple knot, or a square knot I should say, just to give it a nice clean finished edge. There we go. And then you can come back with your scissors and clean off the ribbon, give it a clean edge. And there we have it. And you can kind of place the ribbon how you want it. I think it's going to naturally go that way. So there you go. So we have a cute little notepad with our paper on the inside. You can easily just rip out the paper when you're done with it. And so like I said, here we've got it stamped on the back if you want to decorate it. Here there's nothing. And you can either go ahead and color this side in with your watercolor pencils, or you can leave it blank on both the front and the back, and then just use your brushwork alphabet to come up with any title that you'd like. I thought notes is perfect because I'm always needing a notepad to make notes. All right, guys, well, again, that was using the Blended Seasons bundle, which is my product of the week. And so that is the 2 stamp sets along with the Stitched Seasons framelits. Like I mentioned at the beginning, it is through the month of August or while supplies last. I love these framelits, these label framelits. I think they are worth, I think that is one of the biggest reasons to get this. The other reason is that you can go ahead and start on some Christmas cards, some fall cards this in the month of August. All right, guys, well, if y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I will be back later this week with some more fun projects. Thanks, guys. Bye.